para sa BPC, maghaharap na naman dito. Pero mas importante, yung best of 5 series natin kung saan lamang na mga alas 1-0. Hello everybody from inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Mag-umargin po ang inyong lingkod at ating special na makakasama sa gabing ito. One of the 25 greatest to ever play the game of basketball, Coach Ronnie Magsano. And of course, the Dean, Kinito Enson. Coach Ronnie, unahin natin pagkwentuhan dahil game number 2 na to. Ano nga bang nangyari? Back in game number 1, tila golpe, de gulat. Simula pa lang, nagsimula laro 14-0 at natapos yung first quarter 28-6 in favor of Alaska.
Alaska jumped the gun on the Ginebra Gin Kings by using its wanted solid defense. Eventually, they forced Ginebra to shoot only 2 of 24 at the end of the first quarter. They missed their first 12 shots, and as a result, Alaska was able to dictate the entire contest using their DNA, which is rock-solid defense.
Umabot nga ng hanggang 30 pa ang tambakan doon sa ball game na yon. Ito, no, yung held Ginebra to 70 points on 31% field goal shooting. Talagang yung depensa ng Alaska, ibang klase pinakita.
Tanging 2 field goals lamang ibinigay nila ng first quarter. 2 yan galing kay Vernon Macklin. Isang free throw kay Chris Ellis, isang free throw kay Mac Barakel. Individual defense was excellent. Tough team defense was also very evident. Rotation and defense, double teaming skill Vernon Macklin, and shutting down the points of attack by the Ginebra Gin Kings.
Pero itong Barangay Ginebra naman, kilala natin na hindi naman talaga sumusuko ng basta-basta. Dadin Kinito, itong si L.A. Tenorio talaga namang itinayo ang bandera ng barangay in that second half. Pero parang too late na hero na.
Ronnie, siya yung bagong heart and soul ng Barangay Ginebra. Si L.A. Tenorio finishing with 14 points but only 2 assists in this game. Alam po natin, siya is the chief facilitator ng Barangay Ginebra. Siya na ang shot maker. He makes things happen for Barangay Ginebra. Makikita natin ang shot chart niya. He was only 1 out of 5 from 3-point distance, 3 out of 13 from the 2 field goal distance. But he had 8 points in the fourth period. Not enough. Too late na hero si L.A. Tenorio para sa Barangay Ginebra.
Yun nga po, naging problema na itong barangay na napansin din naman ng ating reigning MVP na si Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Kaya ang nabanggit niya, right after that game, mas gusto ko nga yung natatalo sa una. Yung 0-4 nga, nakabalik kami. Ano pa? Yung 0-1. Yan ang palaban, Coach Ronnie.
2 beses na nilang ginawa. Patay na, nabuhay pa. Ngayon ang tanong, will Mark Kagiwa be true to his word? As the Barangay Ginebra will look to live to fight another day should they win game 2 and look forward to game number 3.
Ang attitude nila dito, must-win situation.
Yes.
Mahirap na kung mag-0-2 ang deficit ng Barangay Ginebra in a best of 5 series.
Masyadong mabigat.
So, yes, masyadong mabigat yun. Although, nakasurvive na nga ang Barangay Ginebra 4 do-or-die playoff games sa ating conference. They don't want to get into the same hole because Alaska is just too tough a defensive team to contend with.
Starters being introduced for game number 2, the Alaska Aces. Hinahanap ng ibaon na itong Barangay Ginebra in that 2-0 hole. Barangay Ginebra naman wants to make it a virtual best of 3. With a victory tonight, talaga naman mag-iiba ang complexion ng series na to.
Alam ni Coach Al Francis Chua kung ano ang nakalaan kung sakaling makalusot sila laban dito sa kunan ng Alaska here in Game 2. At alam din niya at naiintindihan niya dahil nag-coach na siya sa isang PBA Finals of 1999 na pag hindi ka makalusot at mabuol ka ng 2 laro in a best of 5 series, napakahirap bumangon, especially as Kinito pointed out, it's a different animal, a different team that they're facing in the Alaska Aces.
Sabay nakikita natin, ang starting lineup dito announced for Barangay Ginebra. Meron silang isang adjustment. But bago yan, itong starting lineup ng Alaska natin, Dozier, Baguio, Tos, Casio, De La Cruz. But yung sinasabi natin, yung adjustment for Barangay Ginebra is si Urbis Tondo is gonna be starting. For the Kings, Baracael, Macklin, Tenorio, and Raimundo also there. Reasons for Urbistondo being there, they want to play small, they want to quicken the pace, they want to be able to dictate tempo. At pangalawa, they want to ease the pressure from LA Tenorio in bringing up the ball, allow Tenorio to concentrate more on offense and in facilitating.
Here we go, laban ng Sapula, Sapute. Dito sa loob ng MOA Arena, the Red Shirts of Alaska will have first crack at the basket, and Dozier immediately delivers the 2 points.
Idagdag na rin natin na si Josh will be called upon to defend itong si J.D. Casio, who really push Alaska to a very strong start in game number 1.
Well, that outside shot coming from Dozier, he only had 14 points in game number 1, but you know that he's capable of hitting that outside shot. He's not the go-to guy for Alaska, but he does so many other things on the floor for the Aces.
Tenorio launches a 3, punches it through!
Sabi Sabi ni Kido, may dahilan kung bakit pinasok si Josh Urbistondo. Para hindi mapagod si LA Tenorio, para maka-atake siya at makahanap ng puntos from the outside.
Steal by Urbistondo. Here comes Ginebra on a 3-on-2. No look to Baracael. Gets the 2 points. And Barangay Ginebra off to a solid start here in game number 2. Tandaan natin ng game number 1. 14-0 kagad yan in favor of Alaska.
Well, they're quickening the pace. Yan ang importante for Barangay Ginebra, that they are dictating kung anong tempo ng laro with their run-and-gun style.
They did not hit their first field goal in game 1 until the 5:56 mark of the first quarter. Besides, you want the 6-man right away on your back. Gusto nila mabuhay agad yung sandamukal na tao dito sa Mall of Asia
Yun
Arena.
nga, no? Alam na alam din ng mga galamay ng barangay na nandito dito sa loob ng venue. Hindi pa sila tumitira yung unang possession nila. May chance na ng Ginebra. They want their team to get off strong here.
Kasi pag-gising pa lang ng mga taga-barangay sigurado, maski na Biyernes, ang kanilang destinasyon talaga, diretso dito sa dulo ng EDSA.
Oh, by the way, just 2 seconds left on the shot clock ng Alaska. Magandang pinapakita ng depensa ng Barangay Ginebra. Active hands, they're deflecting a lot of passes from Alaska na hindi natin nakita yun sa game number 1.
Koskinen and Bale, the ace is out. Urbistondo to Baracael. Here's another 3. Not that time around. Dozier para sa rebound.
But you saw there itong si Josh Urbistondo creating that open look para dito kay Mac Baracael.
Dozier looking for Baguio. Tenorio on him. Baguio saw some space. Diubra, tapi ka ng bola, napulot ni Urbistondo. Tenorio on the move. In traffic. Lalabas muna niya papunta kay Kirby Raimundo. 18-footer doesn't work. Macklin battling for it. Lalabas ang bola in favor of Alaska.
Again, nakita natin, Alaska doing a great job of packing the paint. A lot of big bodies inside, congesting the lane. One reason why they're doing that, to prevent Macklin to get the easy points off the offensive rebound. Alam natin si Macklin, he's an inside operator. Doesn't have an outside game. A lot of his points coming from the inside.
What a leaner galing dito kay Cyrus Baguio, taking advantage of his height over LA Tenorio.
That's the only drawback of LA Tenorio, taking care of a bigger matchup. Dozier with that fine recognition, getting that ball to Cyrus Baguio.
Raimundo at the post. Dozier bantay niya. Tumulong pa etong si Baguio. They repost. Kirby has 6 to work with. Hindi maitulak talaga etong si Robert Dozier. Urbistondo's gotta go. Baracael puts it up and in.
They need a weak side shooter to be able to deliver. They need to open up the lane para kay Kirby at para kay dito kay Vina.
Nagre-reklamo yung buong coaching staff ng Alaska dahil tinaas na ng table officials yung 24-second violation pero hindi pumito yung mga officials natin sa sahig.
Hindi mo talaga maririnig sa hiyawan ng mga tao. Ngayon, ang judgment yan is ating officials table.
Wala na. Inabot talaga. Naputukan sila ng 24 sa pagkakataon.
Tayo nga, hindi natin narinig
That looked like time had run out on the shot.
Pero the table officials, tinaas nila yung sign ng 24-second violation. Nakataas yun from the get-go.
But here's a technical foul against Alaska. Si LA Tenorio will take a technical free throw.
The crowd already becoming a factor here. Talagang walang magkarinigan dito sa loob ng MOA Arena.
Well, nakita natin, no? Bright lights showed around the basket area to indicate tapos na yung oras. No? Was the ball out of his hands or not? Parang bit tightrope situation. Could have been still in his hands or at least at his fingertips.
LA Tenorio makes him pay with a technical free throw. Kaya naman tinoble na ng Ginebra ang production dito ng Alaska. Casio down low to Thos. Gustong pumawi kagad ng mga Alas. The boss spinning baseline. The jump hook is short. Papi ka ng bola. Casio will recover. Fresh shot clock para dito sa Alaska. Pasang alang niya. Naunahan ni Baracael. Mac on the move. Wanting to post up JV. Here's Tenorio in traffic. Puts it off the glass. Nothing but board. Ang kapitan ng Alaska clears
Again,
it.
just one shot fear for Barangay Ginebra. Sinasabi natin na 1 and out. Once you take the shot and if you don't make it, the opposing team will get the defensive rebound.
Sonny Thos, though, shooting blanks in this opening period, barely 4 minutes into the action. Tenorio through a Macklin pick. Pulls up for a 3. Punches it through.
Ginebra shot 3 of 27 from the 3 in game 1. Ngayon, 11 puntos na sila. Mahaba pang natitira nating oras.
This is game 2 of the finals here in the Cebuana Lulier PBA playoffs. And usually you know it's a Ginebra dugout when you hear Coach Al Francis Chua's boisterous laughter. But compared to their previous games, you have a more silent, more serious Ginebra dugout because they're saving their energy for this game 2. Are they tired? Yes! Are they giving up? No! At dahil dyan, sabi nga ni Mark Caguiwa, losing game 1 is part of their triumphant journey kasi success comes with pain. Balik sa panel.
Thank you, Ms. Sel Guevara. L.A. Tenorio, all over the floor here. Natanggalan pa na sapatos doon sa scrum na yun.
By the way, nakita natin yung adjustment ng Alaska. Pinasok nila si Hasul to play alongside Casio. Nakita ni Coach Luigi Trillo that they're playing too quick.
Patuloy ang aksyon dito sa game number 2 ng PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals in what has already been a very eventful first 4.5 minutes of action. Barangay Ginebra sitting on an 11-4 lead kontra dito sa Alaska. The Aces looking to regroup matapos medyo nararamdaman nilang hindi pumapabor sa kanilang mga breaks so far early in this game.
Naramdaman nila rito yung initial adjustments na ginawa ng Ginebra. LA Tenorio able to score 7 of the first 11 points by the Gin Kings at nararamdaman nila yung activity ng Ginebra sa kanilang individual defense, disrupting the offensive flow of the Alaska Aces.
LA Tenorio misses on that one. Shot clock was not reset. Here's a long one from Baragael. Couldn't bail him out, pero Macklin is there. Couldn't clean it up.
But yung offensive rebound nakuha ni Vernon Macklin, that's a good sign for Barangay Ginebra. They're getting multiple possessions.
Alaska goes to the corner. RJ punches it through.
Breakout game for RJ Hasul in game 3 of that series versus the Coffee Mixers. After that, it has been going north all the way para dito kay RJ Hasul.
At Ronnie, yung RJ Hasul shooting or scoring 16 points in game number 1. Siya nagdala ng bench firepower ng Alaska. And that's big for Alaska. They can get a lot of points from the second unit and third unit players.
That wild sequence results in Baragael getting trapped. Raimundo puts it up. No go. Sonny Voss finally clears it para sa Alaska. Baguio on the run, trying to zigzag his way to the cup. Gets the basket off the glass.
Baguio is doing the right thing. Contain ang points of attack nila sa kanilang half-court looks. It tries to speed up the game and go to their open court look.
That's a 5-0 run para dito sa Alaska Aces to come to within 2 points. Tenorio puts it off the glass. No, Dozier kinalawit pa yung rebound. Baguio will push it up once again. Skyros Pepreno. And Alaska will reset this attack. Toss to Casio going to the left down the middle. Trying to feed Baguio once again. Offensive foul whistled on JB.
That time, good recovery on the part of Ginebra's defense.
As we take a look at this Prestone Cool play. Prestone Cool under pressure play on. Brought to you by Prestone Coolant. Prevents overheating. Works better than water alone. Now in a cool new packaging.
Baguio enjoying an advantage in the mismatch. Makalaban nyo dun, either Urbistondo or Tenorio, and he's enjoying that mismatch playing the 2-guard spot. Now actually slid over to the 3-guard spot with Hasul in the ball game.
Yan naman ang counter adjustment na ginawa ni Coach Luigi Trillo
because
to
of
try
the
and
quick
match
lineup.
up with the speed factor.
Macklin in trouble. 5 to shoot para sa Ginebra. Tenorio looking to bail them out. Puts it up. Oh! LA with a huge three.
10 points for LA Tenorio. He did not score his 5th point in game 1 till the 3rd quarter of that matchup. But here today, spearheading this big blitz by the Gin Kings here in the 1st.
And already with 3 3-point conversions ang Barangay Ginebra, that's their total 3-point conversions in game number 1.
11% only total para sa kupunan ng Ginebra. In game 1, inaatake niya si JD Casio. Tingnan natin kung iaayos o i-tweak ni Coach Luigi yung matchup niya rito sa point guard position.
Baguio has Raimundo switching out on him. Inabot pa papunta kay Toss. The sweeping hook is good. Parang ito, boss.
Notice hindi natin masyado nakikita yung triangle offense ng Alaska. They're doing a lot of handoffs and drawn screens. But it's something that Alaska is using to baffle din depensa ng Barangay Ginebra. But I think to the basics, they go to the triangle because yan ang kanilang comfort zone.
Urbistondo unleashes one. Umuulan ng 3 dito sa Moa Arena.
The knockdown shooters are in the house para sa Gin Kings. And
Good
just like
sign.
that, 6 na kanilang kalamangan.
Good sign because they're now spacing the floor. They're giving an opportunity for the big guys later on to try to attack the basket from the post area.
Toss from deep, gets the basket, may kasama pang foul.
With Casio being contained and Dozier not getting his points. Cyrus Baguio looking at the other points of attack. And Santos delivering on offense para dito sa Punan ng Alaska. Eto na si Calvin Abueva.
Mega Force play muna ang ating silipin dito. Atin sa inyo ng Mega Force, tibay at lakas. At habang mag-free throw, ito si Santos. Ginito, pasadahan na natin ang Dean's List. Punahin natin yung para sa Alaska.
For Alaska, forget the edge that they're 1-0 in this series and that they've beaten Barangay Ginebra 3 times this conference. Importante sa kanila, focus on this game and stay aggressive. Man down on the floor.
Technical ang naitawag dito kay Joshua Orbistondo.
Sinalya niya rito si RJ Hazul. Akala natin offensive foul lang itatawag pero natusok itong si Joshua Orbistondo.
Here's another angle, Coach Ronnie.
A lot of jockeying between those two players.
So a personal foul is whistled on RJ Azul pero may technical foul because of that second motion dito kay Orbistondo.
Azul at the line. Well, anyway, continuing with our Dean's List for Alaska. Number 1 is pack the paint. Importante sa kanila that Barangay Ginebra doesn't get those second chance opportunities by putting the big guys in the painted area, playing the virtual zone, especially against Vernon Macklin. Number 2, no easy baskets, no transition points, no leakouts for Barangay Ginebra. Number 3, yung bench firepower. That was 37-29 ang advantage ng Alaska in second unit players scoring in game number 1.
Yan ang ating mga tututukan para sa Alaska as we go along. 17-15 is the score. Alaska roaring back to within 2. Meron ng foul way before that shot at that. RJ Azul whistled for a second person. Hatfield now part of the 5 para dito sa mga nakaputi. Kasama niya si Tenorio, Macklin, Orbistondo, and Chris Ellis. Tenorio to Orbistondo. Here's another 3. Matalas that time around. Casio gets it to Azul. 2-on-1. Abueva asking for it. Stop and pop. RJ couldn't dial it home. Macklin clears it. Here comes Tenorio. LA spinning against Dozier. No, pero hindi matanganan ni Espinas.
Ray Tenorio has taken majority of the shots for Ginebra here in the first quarter. And it is with reason. 10 of the 17 points, binuhos itong si Tiniente.
Kailangan ng Barangay Ginebra na yung inspiration manggaling talaga dito kay Tenorio.
At wala si Mark Gagiwa na 2-guard scorer para sa Gin Kings. He's the leading local scorer for Ginebra. But before game 1 of the finals, he missed 11 straight games. Doon naman nabuhay dito yung matinding production. Itong si LA Tenorio, itong si Chris Ellis at si Kirby Raimundo.
LA going 3 for 8 so far from the field. At habang mag-free throw, itong si Vernon Macklin. Pasadahan na natin ang Dean's List para sa Ginebra.
For Barangay Ginebra, burst the bubble ang kanilang team song sa labang ito. And that's because they have lost 3 straight games to Alaska in this conference. Number 1, they have to beat the closeouts ng Alaska. They go out to the outside shooters ng Barangay Ginebra, so they have to be ready to make those shots. Pangalawa, speed kills. Yung transition game, yung 3-guard alignment ng Barangay Ginebra, that has to dictate the tempo of this game. Pangatlo, untangle the triangle. Nakita natin, comfort zone ng Alaska is to play the triangle offense. We don't see too much of that. But if they do run that triangle, Ginebra must be ready to untangle it.
And with this pressure in the backcourt, dyan ba mababasag yung pag-seta pa lang ng triangle, Coach
That
Ronnie?
is the plan para dito sa Gin Kings. Understanding the fact that Alaska played deep minutes for the 10 players that played for them in game 1. Ang Ginebra gumamit ng 14 players. At ito ang game plan ni Coach Al Francis Chua. Gumamit ng 2 maliliit na guardia, play small, play quick, and then allow Josh Orbistondo to set the tone sa kanilang backcourt pressure.
Ngayon, pinalitan na muna dito si Orbistondo. JJ Helterbrand secures that tip para dito sa Ginebra. Helterbrand kontra Azul. Sumabay ng pasok para sa Alaska. Ito naman si Ontiveros. Another deep 3. Tenorio not that time around. Dozier for the board. Azul to the beast. Abueva running into Rudy Hatfield. That's a blocking foul on the H-bomb.
Sinasabi ng referee, hindi nakapag-establish ng defensive position si Rudy Hatfield in that call. But first knockdown here on Calvin Crush.
Ay, 2 points yan. Candy Crush yan.
Ayan.
Pero pati si Hatfield kasama, 2 points yan. Abueva and Hatfield.
Yun, dalawa kasi ang bumagsak.
Combo hulog.
Yun. 2-hit combo ba yun?
At itong si Calvin Abueva na kasama si LA Tenorio na front runners sa Best Player of the Conference awardees ay patuloy na talagang nananalasa sa kanyang mga nakakasagupa. Grabe, different kind of a fest itong si Calvin Abueva.
Pero natawagan pa ng technical foul itong si Teniente Tenorio because of complaining about that call. Ay pasok naman ng Alaska yung technical free throw as we send it over to Sal Guevara.
I love haters. Ika nga ni Calvin Abueva, and for this final series, ang basehan niya ng dominance sa Alaska ay kung mapatahimik na ang Ginebra crowd. Todo ensayo si Calvin Abueva sa kanyang depensa because anyone can be his man from Ginebra, pati ang mga scores ng Gin Kings. Dapat niyang mapatahimik dahil masarap daw ang feeling pag nagawa niya yun. Balik sa inyo.
Ikaw,
Talaga
Coach
nagiinis,
Ron.
ano?
Hindi, tsaka, Datin, ang swerte natin dahil nandito si Coach Ronnie Magsano. Yung last year ni Calvin Abueva, Sensei, natutukan mo to. Every single game through that entire season. Ikaw ba nabuisit din sa kanya?
Nagwisit ako din ang galing niya. Pero dito sa PBA, nadala niya yung galing niya. At higit sa lahat, yung villain's role, he was able to embrace it and he likes the spotlight. But more than that, even if he talks, he uses his stellar game to back up whatever he says. And that's what's making him a big attraction dito sa ating PBA.
You know, you're so right, because he delivers. Yun ang
Madaling magsalita. Mahirap. Baka pa ng salita.
He backs the talk. He walks the talk.
As we invite everybody to sign up now for the multi-sports weekends at Microtel by Wyndham Eagle Ridge, Cavite. Call 899-7171 or log on to microtelphilippines.com. Microtel by Wyndham, a better place to stay. 18-17, baba na sa isang abante rito ng Ginebra. Ellis gustong dagdagan. The pull-up doesn't work. Dozier with yet another rebound. Pang-apat na yan para dito kay Robert. Ontiveros on the catch. Galing kay Espinas. Hatfield bats it away from Abueva. Espinas ended up with it. Loses it. Recovers. Gabby. Oh! Robert Dozier for the throwdown.
Dimac was forced to get or challenge itong si Espinas as he tried that fall-away shot. That left itong si Dozier with that big side putback.
Less than 2 minutes remaining for quarter number 1. Macklin and Abueva getting entangled.
Looks like a foul.
Oh, look at Macklin and Abueva. Binibigyan ng dagger looks si Macklin. Ito si Calvin Abueva.
Diba nasalyan na niya si Calvin doon sa game 1 of the finals, no? At patuloy itong si Calvin in playing his physical game. And look at this, bumping itong si Macklin on that baseline exchange. Pero yung second motion dito ni Dimac, ito mama. Dito kay Calvin Abueva.
Pero hindi yata nahuli ng ating officials when Macklin took a swing at the head of Calvin Abueva.
That's above the shoulder.
Macklin lucky once again to get away with that one.
Tandaan natin na meron ng isang technical foul si Coach Luigi Trillo. Kaya kanina, nung nagpo-protesta siya, bigla siyang lumabas doon sa linya. Dahil alam niya, mahirap na.
Ito, pampalamig muna ng ulo. Our Fresco Fresh Face brought to you by Rain or Shine Fresco, the first and only odorless, antibacterial, and 100% elastomeric paint.
Again, just one shot attempt here from Barangay Ginebra coming from the outside. Macklin still not too many touches in offense from Barangay Ginebra because the defense of Alaska is not allowing it.
Ontiveros gets Alaska another possession. Ellis swipes it away though. So dire-diretso sa outside yung bola.
Coach Al Francis Chua making sure that Dimac plays off the ball. Ang ginadamit niyang point of attack kanina si LA Tenorio maging si Kirby Raimundo. However, si Robert Dozier hindi binibigyan ng mga second chance opportunities itong si Dimac kung kaya ang kanyang talaan na puntos dito sa first quarter napakababa pa.
Look at the touch passing by Alaska. Dozier though clobbered from behind.
Importante rito for the Gin Kings, nakuha na nila yung magandang start na hindi nila nailabas doon sa game 1. Kanina pumose sila ng 7, humabol ang Alaska. Now they need to make a series of adjustments once again.
Espinas in trouble. Shot clock winding down. Espinas puts it up and bails him out.
Oh, tough shot there by Gabby Espinas. Shot clock almost out on Alaska. Yun ang sinasabi natin na poise.
Bench scoring, mabigat, ano?
Somehow they're able to get those points.
Ginebra looking for the open man. Helper Brand obliges. Rebound battle lalabas in favor of Ginebra.
The fight for possession is so crucial in this game number 2. Alam ng Ginebra kailangan nila makapulot ng mga second chance looks at alam ng Alaska kailangan nila makontrol ang battle of the glass.
Steal by Abueva. He's racing against Ellis. Stretches up. Ontiveros is there to clean it up.
A good trail job here by Alaska.
Grabe. The rookie with the takeaway and the veteran with the putback. Apat na ang kalamangan ng Alaska. Pinakamalaking kabante ng Aces here in the first.
Less than a minute remaining in quarter number 1. Ginebra goes to Ellis. Power move through 2 defenders. Picks up a foul on either Ontiveros or Dozier.
Well, that aggressive move, I think, is what Barangay Ginebra needs. Mas alam natin, Alaska, a lot of wide bodies inside the painted area. They're protecting the rim. You need to be able to challenge those big guys and go to the line, get the contact. 7 players from Alaska have now scored in this game. You remember, nabanggit natin before this game, 6 players in double figures for Alaska in game 1 and only 2 for Barangay Ginebra.
As we take a look at this Ontiveros Rexona power rebound brought to you by Rexona Men with 50% more long-lasting protection so you can do more.
Coach Al Francis Chua sensing that Ginebra was having a hard time getting baskets, getting points sa ng half-court set, sends back in itong si L.A. Tenorio.
Abueva gets it across, taking it all the way. Puta tayo na mo! Kim Macklin. Espinas, though, is there to save that possession.
Those second chance opportunities are hurting Barangay Ginebra.
That's going to happen every time BMAC goes out to help. Last line defender is present, weak side rebounder will then expose that weakness.
Rebounding story now, 14 for Alaska, only 9 for Barangay Ginebra.
Three-pointer is hit there by Chris Ellis. Last shot time para sa Alaska. JV Casio, well aware of the time, gets it to Espinas, trying to beat that buzzer. Would have counted if it went. Pero dyan na rin magtatapos ang ating unang 12 minuto ng aksyon. It is the Alaska Aces with the fight back, taking a 2-point lead. 25-23 is your score.